and Frank and I are certainly, it's an honor for us to welcome in we call her First Lady of Football. She knows football, Cindy Meacham. Cindy, are you there?
Yep, I sure am. Hello.
Oh, hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. How you doing?
Really good.
Cindy, we're going to
ready for the game tomorrow.
All right, well, that's what we want to let the people know, Cindy. Your son, this is Cindy Meacham, and your son is Luke, who played at Central Catholic, had a great career, went to Mount Union, and for those people that I don't know how people can't know, I think Mount Union's won more football games in the last 15 years than any team in America.
Have the longest winning streak in college football.
We've had we've actually had Coach Karras on R&R a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's a real gentleman. He's a great guy. Frank had a nice article in the Blade Sports about Mount Union today. It's an incredible program. Your son plays. They're in the Stagg Bowl. For people that don't know it, we talked on the phone, Cindy. It's close to my heart. I got to play in the Stagg Bowl, the first one in 1971. It's a great thrill. Tell us, first of all, besides Luke, what other area kids are playing in this game for Mount Union?
Well, there's the Nicholas brothers, Alex and Jack from Galleon, and Shannon Stewart, who is a grad from Elmwood, Blair Skilleter, and actually another senior. There's several seniors from Genoa. Matt Knisley from Perrysburg. Matt Keith is a sophomore out of Onstead, Michigan, and then there's Corey Jones from Northwood. So quite a few Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan boys on that team.
Cindy, give us a scouting report. Since you know so much about football, we will need a scouting report on the Minnesota team that you're going to face tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, the line is huge. We got some kind of stats on the line, and the offensive line, I think there's some boys that are almost 400 pounds, so it ought to be interesting just to see that. Just the sheer size of the guys.
Well, Cindy, Cindy, how about the comeback last week? Frank and I were talking about that. That was an amazing game.
Yeah, I would happen to be there. My husband was at home. It was unreal, and I really think that the crowd was kind of the 12th player on the field. That it just was amazing toward the end, and the fan base at Mount Union is ridiculous anyway. The age span from toddlers all the way to, I was sitting next to a gentleman who was 92 and was an alum from Mount Union. So that was really I think, part of it helped with that turning of the game. And actually, we're in the process here tonight watching the replay. We DVR'd it from earlier today, so just crazy. And I actually spoke to Luke earlier today, and as a team, they watched the replay. And so I said, if anything, that's going to get the boys excited and ready for the game tomorrow night.
Cindy, how long of a drive is it to Salem, Virginia? Is it about 9-10 hours?
Yeah, just about 9 or 10 hours. Unless you, like the team went the other night and got stuck in traffic and actually had to be rerouted because of the gas main break there in Virginia.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but it's just about a 9 or 10 hour drive. We are actually staying in Toledo tomorrow and having a viewing party at the house. But we're excited.
Cindy, how, as a mom, and I know how close you are to your son, how excited do you get personally when you're watching the game? Does it make you so nervous? You have a hard time watching it? Does it, take us inside that?
Oh, I do get nervous. And it's just, it's one of those things that last week I think at one point in time I yelled, I birthed that boy when he had his catch. So, it's just an amazing thing. And, what we're hoping for is that he comes home with some hardware, since we have another son who received his hardware at Central that's plays football at Central. So it's just, I don't know, just an amazing kind of surreal thing to watch that your children as they grow up.
Yes.
And Luke's always been active in sports, and just very surreal.
Well, Cindy, Frank and I congratulate you and your family and Luke's accomplishments and all the local youngsters, and thank you so much for naming all of them. We wish you nothing but the best in the game, and bring home a championship, Division III national championship.
All righty, Tom. Thank you, guys. We'll see you, and go Purple Raiders.
Go Raiders. We like it.
Thanks,
all right, Cindy Meacham, great job.
Okay.
Geez, Tom, Mount Union, they have so many coaches in our area, huh? Half of the UT
Right.
staff is in Mount Union. We've got Mount Union grads over at Bowling Green, so it's a terrific program. Larry Karras does a really good job. The $64,000 question every year is, why does Larry Karras still stay at Mount Union when there are Ivy League jobs and jobs that are most suitable for him? What could he do at another place?
But why move? He is. He's it.
Yep.
He's the show in town. He's the highest percentage winning coach in the history of football. He plays for a national championship every year. He's revered in that town. He's got the greatest gig in America.
Sort of like you, Coach. Sort of like you, Coach.
That's right. Why move? But interesting thing, Frank. Sidebar. They asked Matt Campbell about, was he nervous preparing for the military bowl or the Idaho game, and he said, I've been in 4 national championship games when he was at Mount Union. Yeah, he said, I played I coached in national championship games. So Larry Karras is a great coach. Hey, I guess we're gonna take a break, and we're back on Courses.